Hey everyone, it's Ray here reporting for women's football today. I just watched the Champions League quarter-final first leg game between Barcelona and Manchester City, and Barcelona have come out on top by 3 goals to nil, almost putting the tie to bed in the first leg. And to be honest, I think the tie is put to bed already. Now, this was much anticipated, eagerly anticipated encounter between two top teams who like to play possession-based football and score a ton of goals. And in fact, Barcelona have scored 99 league goals in only 20 games in Spain, and City are averaging something like 2.5 goals per game in the FA Women's Super League in England. Now, Barcelona, they put on a display that would, at the same time, encourage their opponents and frighten them at the same time. Now, they would be frightened because Barcelona displayed an attacking display of so much courage, so much fluidity, flexibility, so much drive, so much creativity and pace that pretty much ripped City to shreds. They showed a variety of different ways to attack. They would attack through the middle, they would attack down the flanks, they would attack with the early ball over the top. So many different ways, and that put so much pressure upon City, and they pressed City. They pressed City hard when it mattered. City were finding a lot of trouble getting the ball from the defence through the midfield. Barcelona were right on the midfielders as soon as the ball was coming in, and time again, City were giving the ball away, or it was being pressured away from them by Barcelona. But future oppositions will be encouraged by the chances that Barcelona themselves gave up. If City had scored 3 or even 4 goals in that game, I don't think it would have flattered City. I think City actually had the chances. But if Barcelona scored 8 goals in that game, 6, 7, 8 goals, once again, I don't think that would have flattered them. In the first half, I think they had at least 6 clear-cut, very, very good chances. And the fact that they didn't score 6, 7 or 8 goals was because of Ellie Robert being fantastic in goal, and they're a little bit of profligate finishing from Barcelona. They missed far too many good, easy chances, but Ellie Robert put in a fantastic, in other circumstances, it would have been a player of the match performance, saving with her feet, saving full-length dives, and scrambling across a goal. She was awesome, an awesome display, and surely when ESPN do their next the best 50 players in the world, she'll be among that list, as will Lauren Hem. Most of the good things that came from City were from down the flanks, a little bit from Chloe Kelly, although I was a bit disappointed with her overall game, and from Lauren Hem, who I thought was absolutely fantastic during that game. Lots of danger, lots of taking people on, putting crosses in, good opportunities that we had created by Lauren Hem. Some of the big talking points in the game, the things that crossed my mind were, after about half an hour, I said to myself, City were giving the ball away so much under pressure. You can get away with this in the Super League against most teams. They're not of the quality of someone like Barcelona. In the Champions League, it's a totally different level. It's different gravy. Barcelona were different gravy. They were awesome, and they put the pressure on City, and they were either making City make the mistakes, or City were just making mistakes. Now, I don't know if some of that, as I said, is the pressure of Barcelona or the pressure of the game itself. City starting without Steph Horton, our captain, England captain, centre-back, big player, but the rest of the team were pretty much first-team players. So you can't look at that as an excuse to lose one player, because look, there'll be a time when Steph Horton won't be around. Will there be somebody else there? And you've got to be able to cope with the loss of a player. You just can't say one player cost you too much, and it cost us a lot of calmness. We didn't have that calmness in the side, and it kind of ran through, because even your top players, your Sam Mewis, who is number 1 in the world, and I've been bigging her up for months, she had, for me, generally a pretty woeful performance, as I think did most of the team. They really did struggle against this Barcelona side. It's a mix of Barcelona being brilliant and City not being really that good. I think only, as I said, 2 players stood out, and that was Lauren Hem and Ellie Roebuck. Now, other big moments in the game, City had, I think, a good chance with Ellen White after about 33 minutes, but she hit it high and wide. And after 34 minutes, Barcelona scored from, I think, a free kick. The ball bobbled out. Barcelona kind of controlled it, but it bobbled out to the edge of the box. And Assisat Oshoala, ex-Liverpool player, was on the edge of the box, and she put an unerring shot right into the corner. This time, Ellie Robert, she was glued to the spot. She was on the other post, on her near post. It was a fantastic goal, fantastic finish. And actually, I thought to myself at the time, all those much easier chances that Barcelona had, and it took a spectacular goal to break the deadlock. Esme Morgan on the Manchester City left had a really torrid first half. She was getting skinned time and time again, far too easily, and so much so that Gareth Taylor, the Manchester City manager, swapped her at half-time for Demi Stokes, a much more experienced player, another England international. Into the second half, City obviously still down by 1-0. Now, in the space of 4 or 5 minutes, I think the game, the future of the game, and the tie itself kind of changed. After 51 minutes, Demi Stokes did a great tackle to thwart a Barcelona player in the box, but then she got up and took a massive swipe at I think it was Osceola again, and she went down. It was a penalty. It was no complaints. Demi Stokes got a yellow card, and Mariana slammed it into the corner. Beautifully well taken penalty right into the corner. Even though Ellie Robert went the right way, she had absolutely no chance. And then about 3 or 4 minutes later, Lauren Hemp jinked into the box, ran into the box, and she was fouled. Penalty to Man City. Chloe Kelly stepped up, and I'm an advocate of putting it in the corners. She didn't do that. She put it too near the middle of the goal, to be honest, and the goalie went the right way, and it was a good height to save, and she saved it. To be honest, in my opinion, I think it was a very, very poor penalty. It had to be in the corner, and that could have changed the tie. That could have changed the whole tie, changed the complexion of the game. City are backing it 2-1 down, got the away goal. If you could hang on and get to the end of the game, come back to Manchester, win 1-0, City could qualify for the semi-finals. But it wasn't to be. It was another great opportunity that City gave up. Just when you thought City would be happy to take a 2-0 defeat, lick their wounds and try and bounce back next week in Manchester, Barcelona scored a third goal. Once again, some poor defending from City, very static, looking for an offside. The shot came in, hit the post, and Hermosa came in and slotted home the third goal. And for me, that tie is pretty much put to bed. I can't really see City coming back from this. I don't think Barcelona have let in 2 goals for over a season in any game. So I think it's really, really tough for City to come back. They've got to have some hope, but it's going to be an extremely difficult encounter next week in Manchester. City have just got to hope that they can get a goal early and put pressure on Barcelona. But the way we've seen Barcelona play today, you've got to remember, they were in effect playing away from home because they were playing in Italy because of the COVID-19 situation, playing at Monza. I don't see City coming back. I don't see Barcelona giving it up. They were too controlled for this game, too much in control, and I think City are going to really, really struggle. As I said, disappointing performances all over the park for City. Barcelona were fantastic, and they're going to scare anybody that they come up in the next round.